My name is Cristina Redondo, and I work for SimonMed as a Senior Revenue Cycle Manager. I live with Imagine 24 hours, 365 days. Imagine it's all I do every day long, processing claims, processing payments, processing, all the revenue cycle. I am very analytical. So I really like a lot the reporting that Imagine offers. So where I can see trends as far as payments, claims denied. I think the biggest advantage of the system is that Imagine offers different types of reporting for the different people. We have, for example, Power BI that is utilized by our leadership team. So that gives you like a very broad summary of what's going on with the organization. Then we have, for example, canned reports where, the team can use, they're very specific and we can quickly see, what are any trends or any potential opportunities that we have. Then we have other ones like Imagine Intelligence, where we can go down to the penny and see where the trends are and see any potential opportunities. So I think what I really like about the report is that it offers up different types of reporting for different people's goals. When I was involved in the purchasing, like about 10 years ago, when I used to work for Tenet, at that time we have an RSM platform that it looks like a DOS system. So I remember the first time where I needed to run a report and I had to wait 15 minutes for the report to go to the spooler. And I thought to myself, oh my God, this is in 1990 when I used to do those things. So when it comes to Imagine, we look for different systems and flexibility. We're looking for the best. The system, and Imagine was the one who was able to, offer, the best solution for us. I have worked for different specialties, but I've been working in radiology in the past 15 years. And what I really like about Imagine is, even though it's not specific for radiology, Imagine really understands the radiology business. So a lot of the features that we request, a lot of the times they tailor to radiology. So that makes their job much easier because they understand the business in radiology. Obviously, I would recommend Imagine. And I think the biggest difference that Imagine has to offer is that they're the best in what they do. While I was reflecting in becoming from good to great, I do remember that there's 3 ingredients to become, from good to great. That one of them is the team, which our team is passionate about it. Second is do the best you can do. And our physicians are do the best that we can do. They're the best in the world. But the third one is to make sure that you have the resources to make that competitive advantage. And that's what Imagine offers. Imagine offers a competitive advantage against all the other softwares. So without having that competitive advantage, you cannot become the best. I can hardly wait to be in Imagine One. One of the reasons why we have not launched Imagine One is because which a large organization. So, but at the same time, I'm, optimistic. Not that we use the clearinghouse that Imagine uses, which is Vicure. I'm optimistic that we're gonna utilize Imagine One pretty soon. We are doing the testing for Imagine One, and I love that you have the ability to see your system today and then compare it to Imagine One. I think as far as the training, I really like that the team can choose between the 2 platforms and see how it works. The other thing also that I really like about Imagine is that they offer training. We use Empower training. So we constantly asking the team to take the different courses that Imagine offers. And the reason why is even if you think you know everything, once you go and take back those courses, then you realize, oh my God, there was this functionality and I'm spending so much time in doing a task that it can take me a minute if I utilize the system the way it was designed. Best kept secrets for Imagine is that they offer webinars. They usually have a monthly webinar, and I do recall when we were able to pull resources from Imagine, and there was some training regarding cybersecurity actually a few months prior to that. So that helped us to prevent some of the issues, that we see. So what I really like that about Imagine, they're very proactive. They're always engaging the client, even things that we don't think about. Imagine is always there thinking for us, which makes our job much easier. I do really like the automation that Imagine has to offer. We run a large organization, And we do have internal team as far as outsource some of the functionality. So we have a blend team, and the issues we face with both teams is slightly different, but at the same time, it has the same, it's similar in certain aspects. So for example, I'm very big as far as education. So I really like both of my teams, whether they're offshore or in the United States, make sure that they have the training. So I think that's something that Imagine, offers, and always leverage from the training. So that way my team knows all the functionalities, and then that makes my job much easier. I think the other thing I really like, the fact that I can always reach to any one of the customer services, they offer. Whether if I have issues with Imagine Pay, if I have issues with the clearinghouse, there's always a resource out there that can help me. And I'm able to explain my situation, and they are able to provide me with solutions. And what I like about it is that they offer me flexible solutions. Maybe something that works for me doesn't work for the person across the street. So I really like that flexibility they offer when they're giving me a solution. I think the appliance is really robust. If you're able to utilize it, you can set it up in many different ways where you can basically make your job much easier. The appliance is able to, post payments, do your claims, work on denials, everything, as long as you set it up correctly. So I would say the appliance is probably one of the best functionalities that Imagine has to offer. I do remember one time I was in a conference and they show how Imagine was able to work on denials and how to do registration and how to look for eligibility. And I still have that video saved, and I say, wow, that's what I want it to be, where there's no intervention in certain things like tasks like checking patient eligibility, how to work the denials better. If we see a pattern in denials, how we can identify it more sooner, and how we can place solutions to prevent those denials. So I honestly believe that with AI, we're gonna bring even a much better product, and we're gonna be able to resolve a lot of the denials, and we're gonna be stronger and more competitive in what we do. I work from home most of the time. I usually go to Scottsdale, once a month, but I do really like to just meet people. I think what the conference offers is you're able to share the problems you have, or and I think then the people in here offer you the solutions or offer you the support and ideas in how we can become better.